Here's the harsh truth that most people will never have the courage to admit. Your 9-to-5 job was never built to make you wealthy. It was never meant to give you freedom, purpose, or abundance. It was designed to make you just comfortable enough to stay, but never independent enough to leave. From the moment you step into the system, you are trained to believe that stability is the ultimate goal. You're told to play it safe, follow the rules, do your best, and one day, maybe, you'll retire and finally enjoy life. But deep down, something feels wrong. You wake up every morning exhausted, counting the hours until the day ends, only to do it all again tomorrow. You trade your best energy for a paycheck that barely keeps up with inflation. You sacrifice your creativity, your peace, your freedom, and your time for a sense of security that can vanish overnight with one company decision. And the scariest part? Most people accept this as normal. The harsh truth is that the modern job system is not built for your freedom. It's built for your obedience. It doesn't reward risk, creativity, or independence. It rewards consistency, compliance, and silence. You can work harder, stay longer, perform better, and still earn the same as a person who simply plays politics better than you. In a 9-to-5 world, effort doesn't equal income. Perception does. The system doesn't pay you what you're worth. It pays you just enough to stop you from leaving. It keeps you close enough to hope, but far enough from control. That's the trap, the illusion of progress while you stay in place. Think about it. From childhood, you were programmed to be an employee. The education system doesn't teach you how to think. It teaches you how to follow. It doesn't teach you how to build wealth. It teaches you how to serve those who already have it. You weren't taught how to invest, create, or scale. You were taught how to obey, memorize, and comply. You were never shown how money really works, how to make it, multiply it, or protect it. Instead, you are taught to trade time for it, to tie your worth to your productivity, and to live inside someone else's schedule. You are trained to measure success by titles, not by freedom. And so, like millions, you enter the 9-to-5 world, the machine that feeds itself through your time. You clock in, you give 8, 9, 10 hours of your life every day, and at the end of the month, you receive your compensation. But what you don't see is the invisible exchange happening underneath. Every paycheck you receive is proof that you've sold a piece of your life, time you'll never get back. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. Every hour spent working for someone else's dream is an hour stolen from your own. And the irony is that the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to leave. Comfort replaces growth. Routine replaces ambition. You stop dreaming because dreaming hurts when you feel stuck. Here's the truth they don't want you to see. Your job isn't designed to set you free. It's designed to keep you dependent. It rewards just enough progress to keep you hopeful. It promotes the illusion of advancement, a new title, a small raise, a better office, but the structure never changes. The golden handcuffs get tighter with every promotion. The more you earn, the more you spend. The more you spend, the more you depend. It's a perfect system of controlled ambition, giving you the feeling of success while keeping you in financial chains. You think you're climbing a ladder, but the ladder leads to another wall. They tell you to work for 40 years, save a little, retire at 65, and then finally live. But what kind of life is that? What kind of system tells you to sacrifice your youth, your health, and your energy for a dream you may be too old to enjoy when it finally arrives? Most people don't retire to freedom. They retire to regret. They realize too late that they traded their vitality for security, and that security was never real. The company that promised loyalty replaced them the moment it was convenient. The pension they counted on wasn't enough. The time they thought they'd have left slipped away while they were busy surviving. And here's the part most will never admit. They're scared to leave. The system builds fear into your psychology. Fear of losing a paycheck, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. You're told that safety exists inside the job, that entrepreneurship is risky, that investing is gambling. But what's really risky? Depending on one paycheck that can disappear tomorrow? Depending on one person, your boss, to decide whether you can pay your bills? Depending on one company to decide when your time is worth more or less? That's not safety. That's fragility disguised as stability. Your 9-to-5 isn't evil. It's simply limited. It's a tool, not a destination. The problem isn't having a job. The problem is relying on it forever. You can use your job as a launchpad or as a prison. The rich use it as leverage, a temporary phase to build capital, knowledge, and experience. They use their paycheck to create investments that produce freedom. They use the system strategically, not emotionally. The poor use their paycheck to survive. The rich use it to escape. Here's the formula they never teach you. Use your earned income to build portfolio income, then use your portfolio income to create passive income. That's the sequence of freedom. Earn actively, invest wisely, and automate relentlessly. Most people only ever master the first step, they earn, but they never invest and they never automate. They spend their lives trading time for money instead of letting money trade for time. That's why they stay stuck, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack structure. The goal isn't to quit your job tomorrow. The goal is to make your job optional. It's to build something outside of your paycheck that buys back your time. Maybe it's a side hustle, an investment, a business, a skill, anything that gives you leverage. You don't need millions to start. You just need consistency. The first $100 you make outside your job is the most powerful money you'll ever earn because it proves that you can. It's the crack in the illusion that you need a boss to survive. Once you make your first dollar on your own, you'll never see your job the same way again. But you have to unlearn what they taught you. They told you security was the goal, but the truth is, security without freedom is slavery. They told you loyalty would be rewarded, but loyalty in the wrong direction becomes regret. They told you to play it safe, but safety kills dreams faster than failure ever will. The system wants you predictable, steady enough to depend on, quiet enough to control. But freedom is noisy. It disrupts, it questions, it creates, and that's why few achieve it, because it requires you to think differently than everyone around you. The harsh truth is that the 9-to-5 system doesn't prepare you for the future. It was built for the industrial age, when the goal was to create workers, not creators. Back then, you could work for one company your entire life and retire with a pension. Today, that world doesn't exist. Inflation eats your savings, layoffs are constant, technology replaces jobs faster than people can adapt. The system that promised stability is collapsing, but most people are too distracted to notice. They cling to their routine because it feels safe, not realizing safety is a new illusion. The wealthy understand this. They adapt while others wait. They see the shift and position themselves early. They know that in the new economy, freedom comes from ownership, not employment. Ownership of assets, of skills, of systems. They invest in themselves. They create multiple income streams. They master technology instead of fearing it. They don't wait for permission. They move. They use every resource their job gives them, not just the paycheck, but the experience, the network, the credibility, and then they redirect it into independence. They work their job while building their freedom in parallel. That's how real wealth is built. Quietly, consistently, and strategically. So how do you start? You start by changing your mindset from employee to entrepreneur, even while you're still employed. You start by asking better questions. How can I use my time more efficiently? How can I make my skills earn outside my job? How can I make my money work while I sleep? Every answer becomes a brick in your exit strategy. You start saving not for emergencies, but for opportunities. You start investing not to look rich, but to become free. You stop buying things that depreciate and start buying things that pay. Every dollar becomes a soldier. Its mission, to bring back more. The transition won't be easy. You'll face fear, doubt, resistance, even from people you love. They'll tell you to be careful, to play it safe, to be realistic. But understand this. Their advice comes from fear, not wisdom. They're speaking from the script the system gave them. You don't have to follow it. The life you want won't come from following the same path as everyone else. It comes from building something different, something that's yours. And here's a truth most never realize until it's too late. Your job might pay your bills, but it costs your dreams. Every day you spend doing something you hate drains your creativity. Every meeting that doesn't matter steals your time. Every task that doesn't grow you eats your potential. The longer you stay, the smaller you think. The smaller you think, the harder it becomes to leave. That's why most people stay stuck forever. Not because they can't escape, but because they forget how to imagine a life outside the walls. But imagine, just for a moment, what life could look like if you built something that belonged to you. Imagine waking up without an alarm. Imagine working because you want to, not because you have to. Imagine earning while you sleep. Imagine spending your time doing things that matter. Building, traveling, learning, creating, living. That's not a fantasy, it's a decision. The difference between those who live free and those who don't isn't luck. It's the willingness to start. The truth is, you don't need to quit today. You just need to commit today. Commit to learning one new skill that gives you leverage. Commit to saving a portion of your income to invest. Commit to creating something of your own. Because freedom isn't built overnight. It's built brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. Every hour you spend building outside your job is an hour invested in your future. Every skill you learn compounds. Every investment grows. The 9-to-5 life sells you the illusion that you have time. It tells you to wait for the right moment, but there's no right moment, only right action. Every day you wait, you're paying the most expensive price of all, your time. Time is the only currency that doesn't inflate, doesn't reproduce, and doesn't refund. You can always make more money, but you'll never get back this moment. And that's what the rich understand better than anyone. Money is infinite. Time is not. That's why they trade money to buy time, while everyone else trades time trying to buy money. So here's the real harsh truth. Your 9-to-5 job isn't the enemy. It's just a tool. But if you never learn how to use it, it will use you until there's nothing left. You can choose to stay, to accept comfort over control, to trade your time for certainty, and that's your choice. Or you can choose to build, to learn, to invest, to create. You can choose freedom. You can choose to stop renting your time and start owning it. Because one day, the alarm clock will stop ringing and you'll realize the years are gone. The projects, the meetings, the bosses, they'll fade. And you'll ask yourself one question. Did I live or did I just work? The answer depends on the choices you make right now. So start today. Use your job as your capital, your classroom, your catalyst. Build something of your own. Build systems that pay you. Build income that compounds. Build a life that doesn't depend on a paycheck. Because your 9-to-5 will end one day, but your time doesn't have to end with it. The job was never meant to make you free. That's your responsibility. And the moment you decide to take it, that's the moment you start living on your own terms. That's the real harsh truth about your 9-to-5 job. It's not your prison unless you make it one. The system wants your time, but your time is the one thing you can never afford to sell cheaply. So stop giving it away for comfort. Invest it, multiply it, protect it. Because freedom isn't earned, it's built, and the blueprint has been in your hands all along.